Hi everyone, I am here today to do the final video on the Grungy envelope journal, and it's going to end up probably being a little bit longer video because I want to do a flip through of all the things that I don't think that you guys have seen yet. And also if this doesn't go too long, I will put the information or tell you the information about the giveaway with regards to this little journal. But if it goes too long, I will stop and just make that a separate video, because I don't like to go any longer than is absolutely necessary. So without babbling on any longer, this was a series of videos that I did making this little Grungy envelope journal, and this is how it looks all closed up, and you can see it's a chubby one, chubby but I absolutely love how it looks. I love how it turned out. It's got glass beads here down on the spine. It only has one signature. And it's made from envelopes, all envelopes. The pages are all envelopes, just the kind that you get as junk mail, and they're all coffee dyed. So, okay, so I had put this closure on it, just some embroidery. I can't think of the name of this. Just some trim, some lace, some crocheted, like crocheted embroidery, or not embroidery, crocheted trim. I'm sorry. If this is how it's going to be, we're going to be here all day. No, so I put that on, and originally it had wrapped around twice, but it won't fit like that anymore. So this is the cover. This is a cotton, coffee dyed cotton, rolled rose, a covered button, some fabric underneath here, coffee dyed fabric, some little bits of ephemera, a rose, a white rose as the main kind of focal image, and this has been waxed, and another little bit of ephemera there. So that's what the front looks like. Now, all of these videos I am going to put into a playlist on my channel. So if you want to see any of these pages done, you know, a little bit more in depth, you know, or see me working on them, you can go to that playlist, and you might want to go to the playlist anyway, and that I can tell you about later. Okay, so first page is my my seed packet, and I got a wonderful suggestion from Sue, who is Ms. Martini Girl 1 here on YouTube, and she told me to, I couldn't figure out what to do with my seed packet, and she said just ink around the edges, and so I did that, and then I got the idea that maybe I could put some napkin on the seed packet, and it had a bright green kind of border, so I picked a flower with some green in it. So I did that on my seed packet, and here as well a little bit, and here's another piece of napkin. And I didn't put anything inside the seed packet yet, but I figured, well, I can maybe do that at a later date when I start to use the journal. First inside page then was the butterfly and moths and some ephemera and another paper flower over here, and the background is some really cool paper that I got from Sarah at Crafting and Relaxing, and it has fibers in it. So I hope you can see that, but that's a really cool piece of paper. This paper here was also from Sarah at Crafting and Relaxing, and it is the neatest, listen to that, it's the neatest paper. So I just wanted to leave it blank on that side. I didn't want to cover it up. This was a pocket that I made. This is in one of the videos, a lace pocket. It was put on a piece of music note paper, and then the lace on top, and then I made a little tag to go inside out of these tags that I purchased, and then I coffee dyed them, and they have a little bit of a raised, kind of embossed type look to them. I think you can see. Anyway, so there was a packet of those. I forget how many came in the packet, and so I made a tag out of it. Stamp, some a postage stamp, looks like maybe from Australia, yeah, and one from the US, and some other pieces of ephemera, piece of embroidered lace again, and some sari silk as the strings. So that's that. The little envelope I made has a little chipboard button in the center, some lace, piece of looks like, I don't know, piece of book page and ephemera, and inside the little envelope there's a little booklet, just a little booklet with some coffee dyed pages in it, stapled together in the middle. So that little booklet goes in there. And that little envelope tucks down in here in the pocket. And then on the pocket itself, there's a picture of the lace pocket, of course, and then there is a moth. I believe that's a moth, and some, looks like gauze under here, piece of a little snippet, a little cluster that I made up with this little gal a vintage photo there. Okay, this page is, let's close this up. This page is some butterflies that I cut out. Looks like a piece of painty paper in the background. I think that may have come from Sarah as well. And some of my homemade paper that I made with flowers in between it. And I think I have a video on that somewhere as well. Anyhow, well, that's on that page, and I toned it down a little bit with some acrylic paint in sort of a real light cream color. So that's that page. This page is a tuck spot, or a little a little pocket pocket tuck type thing. This is a old, I've had it a while is what I'm trying to say. It's a paper clip with a pretty green stone in it, and then this tag just says cherish. It's got a piece of magazine transfer piece of magazine transfer paper on it, and just a tag. And this paper clip goes down on to hold that together. Here's some more of the magazine transfer paper that I sewed on. I sewed the receipt on the other side. You'll see it. This is a flower, I think, that came from Amy, who is Aljon, that you make just kind of a balloon or blob flower with some doodles on it, and it says love. This is also from someone, and I don't remember who, so I'm terribly sorry, but it's a feather, and done with some acrylic, looks like acrylic paint, metallic paint. And then there's a tag in here. This tag is from Sue at Art, Craft, and Journals, and this is a little brown on brown card tag with some fabric and a butterfly and some other little ephemera, and that tucks down in here behind magazine paper, magazine transfer paper. Okay, and then that's that one. This is a little flip up that I made with some that stuff, you know. Parchment paper, the organic kind that is kind of a brown color, and I did some stamping on it. I don't know if you can actually see the stamping or not. If you can't, it'd be very hard to see, but you might be able to pick up a couple butterflies here and there. Here's one on the corner. But anyway, you lift it up and you can still see the really old piece of ephemera that's under there that is sewn on. Next page is a tag, just a tag, I can't remember from who, with some black string on it. It has a ship and some script on it that's already on there. Another piece of ephemera that's just printed, it's the world. So there's that. This little corner tuck was made with book page. This is a cluster with some security envelope in the background, some ephemera, some threads, looks like some a gauzy type fabric, and some black dyed gauze, and a button. Okay, this one has a pocket that holds my piece of pattern paper that I did with just glue, just watered down school glue, because I couldn't get the other what you call it, the other technique to work for me with the spray that Nick the Booksmith tried to show us, and all of you I'm sure got it. Mine didn't work. Anyway, this is another cluster here that I made on the tuck here that I put on. It's got a vintage old photo of a guy down here in the corner, some embroidered fabric, piece of my green fabric, a piece of ephemera, and a rolled rose. And then that holds a tag that has a moth, some more of that green fabric that has like a flocking on it. Looks like a piece of pattern paper or tissue underneath there, some lace, some book page, and again some sari silk for the ties. This is a piece of painty paper underneath here. This is a crackle effect technique that came out really nice, and I didn't end up putting anything on that page. I just left it go. It's just kind of cool to look at it, and I just left it go. Okay, so this is a pull-out that I made for writing on. Stamped some butterflies and some music in the background. You can write on it this way if you like. Push this up for a second. You can write on it this way, all the way down, and then you can also open it this way and write on it all the way down. It's got a butterfly stamp on it here. Write on it all the way down, and then it has a piece of lace that sort of gives it, some weight to hold it down. This is a piece of really ancient book page that I had, a school book, a French school book. On this side I have some washi tape and a piece of lace, a couple pieces of lace layered up to grab onto. There's a piece of lace on this side as well that I think will help keep that piece from tearing. It's got washi down here for support. There's a piece of paper stuck in there. Get rid of that. Looks like it's got a piece of washi down here for support, and then on this side I just Mod Podged down a bird that was a piece of napkin that I had left over. Okay, this page is one of my envelopes that I sewed and kind of just did some watercolors, blacks and things like that in the background. A little piece of washi tape stuck here and there. It's a little envelope, and inside is a beautiful piece, beaded piece, a leaf from my dear friend Ginny, who is Brave Blue Raven Arts and Crafts. So I will try to link all the people in the description box below. And then on this inside, I just decoupaged, or just to put down some napkin, a little piece of this same napkin that had a, looks like a paper clip. It looks like it's clipped on the top of the page, but it's really not, and washi tape. Okay, this is a belly band that I made out of some cardstock and some music paper. I kind of made it like this, and then tore off what I wanted to use for different things. So I made a belly band for this page. There are 2 tags. This one is got some different ephemera on it. One of my other little clusters on a piece of card. Some paper from Sarah, Crafting and Relaxing. And so that was that tag. And then this is like this, only on something different here, a piece of book page, it looks like. Some ephemera on it, a little bird, and it looks like some cotton fabric, or that kind of, you know, it's not linen, it's like a cottony fabric that I have, strings. So those go in here. Well, they do if I can get them in right. Okay, there we go. Those go in there. This is a piece of the paper that I made with layers of tissue. I believe it was tissue paper, and there's flowers in between, and some school glue, watered down school glue. It came out really kind of cool. And you can see on this side the flower in it. The flowers, I should say, inside the paper. And then this is just a bit of ephemera, a bird, and some of that green material, flocked material, another couple bits of lace, and a flower ephemera cut out. Okay, and that's that. Okay, this is a part of the original envelope with just a strip of kind of cool paper up here. This is a double-sided tape. I'll try to, I think I probably have it in the, and when I did this particular, when I put this down, I probably told who showed us how to do this, but I will try to find it and put it in the description box below. But it's just double-sided tape, and then you put your stuff on the top, and then it has the sticky back, and then you can just take the sticky back off and cut it however you want. And so I put that down here. It's just some stamping on the bottom, and then inside this page is oh, if I could get it out. Sorry. There we go. Inside this page is just a little fold out. This is a piece of paper sent to me by Sarah, I think, and some wrapping packing paper. This is a piece of coffee dyed paper that I made, and it just has a little page there that you can write on. You can still write on it. It's kind of dark, but you can write on this side and this side if you want to, and on this side. So yeah, so that just tucks down in that pocket. This is just a piece of like lace, dotted Swiss, I think, not dotted Swiss. I'll put it in the what you call it, in a caption if I can think of it. But you know the kind of lace I'm talking about. And then it just pulls out like the other one did, this way, with a little bit of stamping. And then you can go this way with it as well to write on. Back here and all down here. Okay, that folds in. This paper underneath here was from Sarah, Crafting and Relaxing, and it was very interesting. It kind of had an embossed effect to it, and then it was coffee dyed or tea dyed or something, I don't know. This paper here, right here, that makes the pocket itself is from Julio, my buddy Julie, who is Green Macaroni. She sent me just a sweet packet of a rack, and it had that paper in it, and I just absolutely love the things in there. And she also sent me this little bird, and this is another one of these tags. And then I put a little cluster on it that I made a few of them ahead of time and just stuck them onto a piece of nonstick craft mat, and just put it's Fabri-Tac, and I just kind of clustered up some things, and you know, they don't have centers in yet, but for use later down the road, I just, you know, clustered up some embroidered lace or embroidered, and then some gauze, and then some oh look, it's gonna come undone while I'm standing here talking to you. Some gauze, some lace, some more lace, some you know, just little snippets of things like this, and layered it up, and so that's what this one is. Is what I'm trying to say. And so that just went on my little tag here. There we go. And that goes in there. And the little bird, I said, is from Julie, Green Macaroni as well. Sent me some die cuts, some die cuts with birds on them, or that are birds, I should say. Okay, this next page is one that I did. I know it has sari silk on the end. It's got a button, one of those little clusters, some ephemera with a yellow rose and pink rose, an old photograph, vintage photo on that one. On this side, there's a little envelope. It's a button envelope that is kind of a sort of a separate page on its own. On this side, there's a heart that was sent to me, and I can't remember who sent me the hearts, but I can't remember. That might have been Sarah as well. A piece of this card under there that I made, some lace, a key, some more gauze, and a piece of wrapping, really cool wrapping paper under there. And inside the envelope I have just a couple bits of ephemera, a bird, and this kind of looks like a tag ticket of some kind, sort of like almost like reminds me of a bingo card, sort of. There's a little bit of washi in here as well. Those little pieces, oops, of ephemera go in there if I can get my fingers to move right. There they go. And then on this page, the other side of that really interesting paper, because this is the center of the book, or is it? Might be, I don't know. And yeah, I think it is. This is that interesting paper from Sarah, and then this grungy little flower is from Julie, Green Macaroni. This picture, this old-fashioned picture is also from Julie, Green Macaroni. And I did tear it, Julie, but I scanned them all before I did that so that I could have them to use over and over. This is the envelope. You can see it has a window in it. This beautiful butterfly is from Jur, who is Little Snippets 1 here on YouTube. This underneath here is a piece of the receipts that you heat with your heat tool, and they come out looking really cool like that. There are all kinds of videos, I'm sure, on that now, but you just take your grocery receipts. It has to be the right kind of paper, thermal paper. Thank you, Lord. The thermal paper, and then you paint on it and do whatnot and heat it with your heat tool, and it turns black. It's really a cool effect. So anyway, that's that page and my beautiful embroidered butterfly from Jur. Okay, this is a piece of the same thing I was talking about that's on double-sided tape, but this is from Julie, Green Macaroni, and she used this gorgeous fabric and put it on the double-sided tape. And then inside this pocket for this envelope is another one of those kind of flip outs. This is a butterfly, and just flip it out, and it's got a piece of coffee dyed paper in there, and just folds out like that so that you can have something to write on. And that slides right back in there. There we go. And it has a little bit of ephemera down here, some more of that thermal paper, and a wish and some flowers. This is the other piece of my paper that I made, my handmade paper, and I'm gonna just leave that one blank. Another piece of embroidered an embroidered flower from Jur. This is a doily, coffee dyed doily that I put on and made a pocket out of it. And this has a round tag that I did a crinkle or crackle effect underneath there, and some lace, a few pieces of ephemera, and on this side I didn't do anything to it, just kind of left it go. It reminds me of like craters of the moon. So that's a round tag that fits right in that round doily. This is a pocket as well, so inside this pocket is another booklet. On the front I kind of decorated it up grungy style, and this is a moth, I think, or it might be a butterfly, I'm not sure. I think it might be a moth. Some book page, another piece of paper from a tissue box, and then just made that a flip like so. More washi to kind of hold it, you know, give it some, and then it goes in this way so that it can be seen through the windows on this side of that page. Just some interesting background paper up here, some leaves, and a piece of some more of that painty paper. This is the other part of that really fragile old book that is the French textbook. Some more lace on the edge of it just for stability's sake. Woof. Some washi, and on this side just some washi as well. This page is some type of stationery that had kind of an imprint on it. I've had it forever and ever and ever and ever. It had sort of a blue cast to it, so I kind of grunged it or coffee dyed it. This is another applique, embroidered applique from Jur, Little Snippets 1 on YouTube. This is a piece of the double-sided, a piece of double-sided fabric that was from Julie. This is a piece of sari silk, some embroidered trim, and a little flower that I grunged up from the Dollar Tree, I believe. Little white flowers that I coffee dyed. This is a page that I did that was kind of inspired by, well, this paper from Sarah had antelopes on it, and it looked kind of Indian. And then I found this in my West book, my Wild West book. This is a little canvas type tag that I made, building up just some of the green fabric. This fabric right here is from Bonnie and Clive. It's that gorgeous green fabric. Some more embroidered lace, some, you know, the little canvas tag had this gold, or this tie in it already with the gold lame thread, and I added some yellow. Made a tuck spot for that tag to sit in. And then that's that page. This page is just 2 windows. I did the insides of my envelope, some of, you know, the pockets. I put book page in it, and I noticed this one is upside down, but I don't really mind. That's okay. Lace, some coffee dyed lace here in the middle center, and this tag is from Sue at Art, Craft, and Journals. She sent me. It's all sewn around. It's really cute. So that one goes in here, and it goes in there really, really well because you can see the bird. You can see the flowers. Fits in there perfectly. So this is the other side of that really cool old receipt, and the other side is that magazine transfer. And this is a little tag I made with a it looks like a Tim Holtz paper doll, but it's not. It's from the internet. Some grungy paper behind it. And then I did, on this side, I used a piece of old measuring tape, sewing measuring tape, and some paper that Julie sent me, and it just, because this paper looks like pillow ticking. Anyway, I thought it went well together, so I put that on the other side of that little tag. This side I didn't do anything with. I just left it go because that magazine transfer is kind of cool looking, so I left that go. And then the very last, well, no, almost second to last page, it has another one of those little flowers from the Dollar Tree that I grunged up. Some more of that fabric from Sarah, or excuse me, from Bonnie and Clive. Some piece of packing stuff that my neighbor lady gave me underneath there. Looks like maybe some gauze as well. Down here I made a little ruffle with that fabric that Bonnie gave me. Put a piece of jute twine down the middle of it, and then on the inside of this envelope is a tag that Bonnie sent me from Bonnie and Clive, and it's got a piece of that awesome fabric that she gave me some of on there. Book page, looks like some gauze underneath, book page, a butterfly stamp on it, sewn, and then, yeah, I love that. So that's that went down in this particular pocket because you can see the butterfly through the little window of the. You can see the butterfly through the window of the envelope. Okay, there's that one. This one has kind of a pocket down here that is this stuff that I made. It's got some painty paper on the back here that I toned down just a little bit with that cream colored acrylic paint. And then this little seam binding folder, you just open it up and there's some pattern paper here, some dress pattern paper, whoops, and another piece of paper underneath here to write on that is just coffee dyed. And so that's kind of like a little folder type thing. Whoops, folded it in the wrong way. There we go. And that just tucks in here in the pocket. Star seam binding. And then this very last page has another one of my little pockets that I stitched, that I watercolored, you know, the background on. And inside the pocket there's some ephemera, just some 3 little bits of ephemera that I used to tuck in here. There's another one of those cool, better put that one on the bottom. There's another one of those cool hearts, the hearts that are cut out of the map. Really cool. I can't remember for sure if those were from Sarah. Anyway, there's another one of those there. And then this is my awesome paper again that I didn't want to cover up. And on the very inside back of the book, this bird was sent to me by Julie, and his little wing moves. It's on a little brad right there, and he's made out of book page, and I just love him. And so he went on the inside back, and then this is the very back. Okay, oh, done. I went through that as probably not as quickly as I should have, but as quickly as I could possibly. And it is going to be a rather long video, I do understand, but and I will not hold you right now to explain the giveaway that is going to be what do I want to say, inspired, I guess, by this little journal, or it's going to be you know, regarding this series of this rather long series. So I will put another video up with regards to all that information, so that if you want to participate in that, you will have the information at hand that you can do that. And that is the end of my little grungy envelope journal. I cannot believe it has taken, you know, all this time to finish it, but I do love it. And if you guys are with me on it, I certainly appreciate that. You have no idea that if you have watched everything. So stay tuned for the giveaway with regards to this, and until I visit with you all next time, folks, thanks so much for watching, and God bless you. Bye bye.